This is the recording for day 9 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. This is Siman Dalid, Sifim, Tes through Tes Vav. And yesterday we left the cliffhanger with the Arukh HaShulchan not yet telling us what his opinion is about what kind of water can be used for until Siddayim in the morning. And we begin with Sif Tes, but Tamamod Advarim Ele. I'm astounded at these words which you find in the Shulchan Aruch. The Mashayach, Mamarshik Shem with Filo. How is water which is not good for Netilas Yadayim for Achila, good for eating, good for Netilas Yadayim for davening? About Ikar Takana Haisa, certainly the original Takana was Shenitila Zutia Shava Mamish, that this washing should be identical to Netilas Shel Seuda, to washing for Seuda. Kamash Kasav Rama Perak Vav Mibracha Shevenu. Like the Rabbam writes, B'chein Rosh Kasav, and also the Rosh writes, Shetiknu HaBracha K'mo B'Netilas Yadayim L'Achila. The bracha is the same bracha. V'kama Rashba so Tshuva, Hishva also L'Achila. The Rashba also equates it to the Netilas Yadayim for Achila. Shekasav Sham, he writes there, U'mishachshech Yodah B'Keli, you, I guess a scenario where you can't, for some reason, wash with by pouring, you move your hands around in the vessel, whether it's in the morning or at the time of eating. But the only difference is that the Gemara says when there's no water, we don't push aside davening for that. In a kibbutz, you should use a stone or shard over something else to clean your hands. VMS, and in truth, God the custom of Rosh, then Baruch Netilas Yadayim. Rosh says in that case, indeed, you would not make Baruch Netilas Yadayim because it's not similar to Netilas Yadayim on food, Ela Nekius Yadayim, but rather you make the bracha on cleaning the hands. Some people argue this, as shall be explained. But the bottom line is, if you can get water, which is the same water which you may use for Netilas Yadayim for Achila, you must obtain them. If you can't obtain them, kosher. You can even use a stone. But it's not possible to say the water with which malacha was done, or repugnant water, meluchim or sruchim, salty or smelly, you can't say that they're kosher for davening. And certainly they're not preferred unless you have no other water. And that which you said that you don't, the Torah children say don't make a bracha on these other types of water. If they clean you, to me, I'm astounded. The varach on the kiyos yadayim at least made the bracha on the kiyos yadayim. Migar mitzvah, is it worse than a stone? Lanias daiti nira ikul dinar. The Arukh HaShulchan sums up his opinion that the primary halacha is you have to obtain water which is completely good and valid for Netilas Yadayim for eating. In Ivshar, if you cannot obtain them, Yotze b'mashahein, you yotze with whatever you can get. But Udas Rosh Yivarach on the Kiyos Yadayim, according to the Rosh, you only make a bracha on the Kiyos Yadayim. In that case, on cleaning your hands, Chokim Yivarach on the Netilas Yadayim. And those who argue say can make a Netilas Yadayim, and the Mishnah Berurah rules, and this is the practice actually, to make a Netilas Yadayim even in the scenario where you're using less than optimal water. In the brackets of the Arukh HaShulchan brings down here, Mekor Adim Me'ara'ah, the source of the halacha is from the Ra'ah and Brachas. Kamash Kasav Beis Yosef, as Beis Yosef writes, Udvarab Einu Muvanim. Says Arukh HaShulchan, I don't really understand what he's saying. She'eschil Umar Dafil Chatchila Mani. Seems that the Ra'ah started saying that even Chatchila you can use these waters which are puzzle for Netilas Yadayim for eating. By the end he says, we can't make a bracha. Ayin Sham. Can Echmani L'Chatchila. So says, so how can it be possibly be L'Chatchila? Halo Tiknu L'Varech, Bu'inu M'varech. It's preferred to use water from which you can make a bracha, and you're not making a bracha. V'tzorachin V'duk. And he ends up with the tzorachin again in practice is according to Mishnah Berurah to make a bracha even on less than optimal water when you use them for the Netilas Yadayim in the morning. Sif Yud. Sif Vav Kasav, and Sif Vav the Shulchan Aruch writes, Kasvu, sorry, they wrote, Ain't tzarich revius netilas yadayim l'tefillah. You don't need a revius, which, according to the Avram Chaim Noah, is 3.3 ounces, and that is 86 cubic centimeters. And according to the Chazon Ish, is 150 cubic centimeters, which, I recall correctly, is 4.1 ounces. You don't need that for the washing for tefillah. But kasu, but as Zayin they wrote, tov lakmin tefillah shachris, b'chol adborim makmin tefillah mesuda. It's best to be makmin in the morning with all the parameters which you use in washing for a suda. Nevertheless, it's not an impediment to have a vessel, nor that it be done with the power of a person pouring the water or bringing the water to out of a faucet or wherever if there's no vessel. B'shar for him posting hasuda and other things which are puzzle when you are washing for a meal at kan l'shono. That's the end quote for Shulchan Aruch. Says the Arukh HaShulchan Gam Dvarim Elu Twin Bein. Are these words also staring in my eyes? Harei Rambam Hishvel Gamrei. Again, the Rambam says they're completely similar. The Tila Zulin is washing in the morning, Tila Sedayim Masuda, and the washing for Suda. V'lorin Misha Cholik. Love. No, we haven't seen anybody argues. The Gama Rosham Kasam Mefurash. And the Rosh also writes explicitly. The fish tzarich told me Keli. Since in the morning you do have to use a vessel. That's why where the bracha is on netilas yadayim. And that's some other form of rechitzas yadayim or nekiyos yadayim. Hakal Hashono. Chen Arash b'kasam before Rash writes explicitly shetzarich b'boker litol yadav b'kli. You have to use a vessel in the morning to wash your hands. Says the Rashba. Ayin sham. And that which he said is okay, like we saw in the previous sif, to kind of shake your hands around inside a vessel, as opposed to washing from the vessel. That's because he only says it's okay because he also says it's okay for the Su'udah to do this, for eating. This is what he says. You can, I keep forgetting what word to use here. You can flip around, but that's not the right word. Your hands inside the keli, whether in the morning or at the time of eating. And this will still be explained. Only the Ran writes in Masech Chulin, Shein Tzorich Kli, that you don't need a vessel in the morning. Also, Mordechai writes, you don't need the antal, which is the vessel, which the word netila comes. Ayin shah. Have a Rambam, a Rashba, a Rosh, all those three. Dimua, they made this in the morning similar to Chodine, Tiasai Masuda, to all other laws and Tiasai for meal. So why do they say that you don't need a revius for that? Mashach Edom Akiv. What does it mean that it's not an impediment if you don't have revius? In Elo, obviously, if you don't have the full shear, Pshita Filu Tzormani. We know that even a stone works. Vim Yeshlo Vadaimak. If you have the water for revius, it certainly is imperative. Tzorchil. And he said, brings it back, it's Zohar Pasak Lehed Yokein. The Zohar did write explicitly that you need a revius for Netilas Yadayim in the morning. Sif Yud Aleph. Uva Sif Yud Beis. Kasa Rabbeinu Beis Yosef. Im Shich Shech Yodav L'So Kli Shel Mayim. If you keep if you shake around your hands in the vessel full of water. Also in the Tili Kriya Shema Tefillah works for Kriya Shema for Tefillah. Avalolu Ruach Ra Shaleim. But not for the Ruach Ra. The Ruach Ra requires Kapdoni Sizu. She's meticulous. She requires 3 times water poured on the hands. If one of you first shook around your hands in one vessel of water, then took a second vessel of water, then a third vessel of water, 3 different vessels. Yeshli Stapekim also Lavi Ruach Ra Shalem is not sure if that takes away the Ruach Ra, or you specifically have to pour water on your hands. Arukh HaShulchan is astounded at this too. Then Emes, the Rashba Pasakei. It's true that the Rashba writes that Shich Shuch Yadayim works. But he also holds that Dipping your hands and shaking your hands in the vessel works also for suda, also for eating. In this manner, like we brought in the previous sif, done. But for us, the kaimul amasimu kufnun test that we hold in simu kufnun test that the suda possible chagam, that for suda you cannot just scramble your hands around in a vessel of water. By the gam shadows kenu, it's also true by chakras. You can't do it. Ain't locally unless you're up the creek and you have no vessel whatsoever. And we could explain that they are equivalent. Right? If you don't have a keli, it's the same thing like using the tzor, the stone. And also that which the shulchan is unclear, the Beis Yosef is unclear, if three different vessels, dipping your hands in three different vessels, ruach works for the bad spirit. Mihani, I'm astounded, says Arukh HaShulchan. Kamen shalazor lo mahani. Mashkas of Sifra Gadol. Beis Yosef writes in the Beis Yosef on the tour that it doesn't work according to the Zohar. Lama lo yichriya kein. Tzarkim Gadol. Why did not write that definitively? That doesn't work, and it requires a lot of analysis. The Nohar Havi could gimel memos. Magen Avram, it's quoted here. A river, since the water is constantly flowing, is like 3 times the water. If that works, that works. And it brings down here, the Mishnah Berurah brings it that the Arutz Chaim, which is the Malbim and the Bushay Srad, both paskin that dipping your hands into a river does take away the Ruach Ra. Sifu Gimel. Od Kasvu is Sifu Gimel. Shulchan writes Sifu Gimel. Beyond the Or Kol Alive versus awake all night, Yeshli Stapek and Tzorchli Tol Yodav Shachris Litli Spalo. We are unclear. If he has to then wash his hands in the morning to daven, lavir ruach ra maybe and to remove the bad spirit from his hands. He claimed below bracha, so he should do it till time without a bracha. Kan l'shono. The time asaviku. What is he? What's the question here? The rosh takona isam nation of nekios. According to Rosh, said takona is because your hands are not clean. Of a neir kol alalan. When you're awake all night, harayim nekios. We don't say yodai maskani same that your hands went all over unless you're asleep. So therefore, if you wake all night, they're clean in the morning. And also according to the reason which the Rashba gave, because you're like a new creature. That's when you slept. When you gave your soul over to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But somebody's awake all night. Some people say the Vare tzorich levarich. You certainly do have to make a bracha until Yosef in the morning after being up all night. Once Rabbanan say you have to make until Yosef in the morning. Lo plug, they didn't join distinctions as to how long you slept the night before. And it is a permanent and universal takana. This is from the Bach. And those who write the Rakla Rosh Yesh Lo Markei. Some people say that's only true according to the Rosh. That's the universal takana because the Gamba Micha Tzorich Li Toyadav, because he holds that also for Mincha you have to do proper until the time. So therefore, every time as davening has to be proper until the time. Lo plug. The mincha, certainly you didn't necessarily sleep before it. Lo plug, there's no distinction. Velola Rashba, who does not require full washing for mincha. Arukh HaShulchan is upset about this too. He says, I don't know what these things have to do with each other. But Adrabah, the contrary, Rabbeinu Beis Yosef, B'Sifra Gadol, Kosav, the Rashba, Yosef Yesh Lamar Lo Plug La Rosh, Ayin Sham. According to Rashba, there's more of a case for lo plug than according to the Rosh. I made a mistake. I'm going back 2 lines. I'm sorry. V'yesh mishkas to the Rakla Rosh Yesh Lo Markein, because those who say that only according to the Rosh, so you have to make. It can say it's a takana kvu in the morning. Because he holds that even if you by mincha you have to wash hands, despite the fact that you did not sleep beforehand. Rashba, but not according to Rashba. Before I said something about Rashba and mincha, I made it up. It's not true. According to the Rashba, you're bria chadasha. That's why you have to make the wash in the morning. You're not a bria chadasha. You didn't sleep all night, so therefore you wouldn't make the bracha. So that is the analysis of the Magen Avraham. The Arukh HaShulchan differs. He says, on the contrary, Rabbeinu Beis Yosef Sifra Gadol Kosav Tarula Rashba, who holds your Bria Chadasha, Yosei yesh lamad lo plug milarosh. You could say it's more. You could say lo plug that there's no distinction whether you slept or not. More than according to the Rosh holds it's because of cleanliness. Ba'ayin sham. Chen kosav ataz. That's also the Taz opinion. Chen ikar levarech b'niyah kol halayla. So therefore, the Arukh HaShulchan says, halacha l'maisa, you can make the bracha when you were up all night. The Mishnah Berurah says some achronim hold you're supposed to make the bracha when you're up all night, and some don't. But all this is where he didn't go to the bathroom. But if he went to the bathroom before davening in the morning after being up all night, and this is the minhag which we have, the universal agreement among all the achronim is that in this case you do have to wash your hands and make a bracha. So that he says with a preferred practice, go to the morning in the morning after dawn to the bathroom, and then you can make al tiyas sodayim with a bracha, and according to both the Mishnah Berurah and the Arukh HaShulchan. Correct. So both according to the Arukh HaShulchan and the Mishnah Berurah. V'yesh megzalim kasu lebli davar k'psak Rabbeinu Rama. Arukh HaShulchan says that there are achronim, like the Mishnah Berurah said, who say not to make a bracha like the Rama. Arukh HaShulchan says, Mihani, I'm astounded. Came to the Magen Avram. He schemed the Rosh yesh levarech kabach. Since the Magen Avram agrees that according to the Rosh, holds it's because you should make a bracha like the Bach. Or Rashba nizbar lo plug. According to the Rashba, we already explained that there should be no distinction between whether you slept or not. Lama lo yavarchu. Why shouldn't you make a bracha? Upshita l'Ramash pasach kam in Siman Mem Vav, and later on in Siman Mem Vav, it's obvious according to the Ramah. That all the birchas HaShachar you make in the morning, even though you weren't obligated either because you didn't sleep or you didn't do one of the activities which are enumerated in the birchas HaShachar. Ayin Shamduk. See there and understand this deeply. By the way, Chaim Kanievsky in the Parsha sheet this past week said, not that it's a chiddush perhaps for most of us, but Viduk is not an abbreviation. It doesn't mean B'doch HaKtzatz or something of that. It means just understand well what I said, like Havene Tev. Yudalit. Od Kasvu B'Sif Yudalit. They also, I'm sorry, this is Yugimel. Od Kasvu B'Sif Yudalit. They also run Yusif Yudalit in the Shulchan Aruch. This is Yugimel in the Arukh HaShulchan. Hishkim Kodem Amud HaShachar B'Natal Yadav. One got up before dawn and washed. Yesh stopping circling to Yadav Pam Acheretz. It's not clear if he has to wash another time. K'shei Ora Yom, when the day dawn comes around, to remove the bad spirit on the hands, and if you eat below bracha, you should wash it again, but without making a bracha. Mishnah Berurah says that you should bring yourself to have to make a bracha, and the way to do that is again by going to the bathroom after Amud HaShachar, and therefore you can wash again with a bracha after you come out of the bathroom. But in any event, the suffix here, says the Arukh HaShulchan, is when a person is awake before dawn and after dawn continues. Maybe just before dawn comes, the Ruach Ra comes down. It seems that way in the Zohar. The Ruach Ra comes at the end of the night. And even if you slept before the dawn, nota below bracha. Once you wash in the middle of the night, not like Mishnah Berurah in the morning, you wash again without a bracha. According to the tefillah, you certainly would not need a bracha again, according to the Rashba, and only because you were yod say the bracha for Bria Chadasha, for being a new being earlier. And so to somebody who takes a nap during the day, it's unclear if you have to wash 3 times in each hand. Because one, it's unclear in Laila Gorem if the Ruach Ra comes because of nighttime, or Shena Gorem, or sleep causes the Ruach Ra to come. And it's also only when you sleep 60 breaths, which generally speaking is understood to be like a half an hour. Although 60 breaths are breaths of a horse, and I guess they take a half an hour. That's why you should wash them 3 times. Below bracha, when you rise, get up from a nap, wash, but without a bracha. Yudalit. Lefichach. Therefore, accompany tosa ben shir yom ben koima or yom. Somebody gets up from his bed. Ben shir yom and ben koima or yom, whether it's after dawn or before dawn. Noitel Yod Baruch this time. He washes his hands and makes the bracha. Avashel Yotza Lo Yivarech Im Adayin Lo Asat Tzrachav. But you should not make Asher Yotza yet, unless you're going to the bathroom. Some people say that if you lost Asat Tzrachav, Yivarech Asher Yotza. Some people say the takana was to make Asher Yotza whether he went to the bathroom or not. But time you shouldn't Koydem Negid Netila Oslo Liga Beino Piva Osno. Because beforehand you're not supposed to touch your eye, your eyes, your mouth, or your nose. So therefore, the part of the bracha which talks about the covering chalulim, that one can access the holes and the hollows, would apply at that point. And also the mafli la'asos, wonderful, astonishing pella of the new life force, uniting soul and body, as applicable. Arukh HaShulchan dismisses both these reasons. For any time I'm speaking, these are not good enough reasons. Okay, therefore, before him to make Asher best to go to the bathroom. Kosh can certainly in the kavav. If you have to go to the bathroom, also the baruch, then you're not allowed to make a bracha until you go to the bathroom. Then this is the simple universal minhag. We should not deviate from it. Ubifrat shederach robnei adam, especially because the derech of most people shekshkamim mimitasam, that when they rise from their sleep, and the tzrachim is time to go to the bathroom for either defecating or urinating. So therefore, first you should wash without a bracha. Because before you touch it, before you urinate, defecate, you should have washing till today. V'yifne, then you go to the bathroom. V'yachsu, and then you wash your hands again. V'arach al netilah asadai masher yotzar, and you make the netilah masher yotzar at that point. Uvlo netilah asulo leich lasos rochav, and then he explains why you may wash beforehand, because you're not supposed to go attend to your needs without washing first. Elikin osa samuch limitaso, unless you're doing it immediately adjacent to your bed, which we don't do that nowadays because we don't have bedpans and whatever they're called, the things where you urinate at night, chamber pots, whatever they are. Because some people are stringent in that which the Zohar says, don't go 4 amos without washing your hands. The Gemara seems to say the same thing. Because the Tilas Daim is considered to be a bracha which you make immediately upon rising. It's going to come back to the Siman Vav. This is the order of washing. You take the vessel for washing in your right hand. And then you put it in your left hand in order to pour on your right hand first. Because you always give honor to the right hand. And you should pour 3 times back and forth, taking turns hand to hand. To remove the bad spirit from upon them. Some people have a custom to wash out their mouth in the morning. Because of the saliva and mucus in the mouth. It's also effective for several things, I guess. Works for hygiene reasons as well. And he should wash his face. And he should be careful to towel it off very well. Somebody who washes his face and does not dry it off properly, he gets his face cracks up. Or he gets a sort of boils, which I guess is a form of acne. If that happens, you should wash a lot with beet water. I guess that's a remedy. Meisilko Morak Shel Trodin. In modern Hebrew, Trodin is spinach. In classic Hebrew, Trodin is beets. But the Arukh HaShulchan evidently held it's not beets either. He doesn't know what that says. He doesn't know what Trodin are. I thought that we know it's beets. Sorry. The brachas you say before you dry your hands. So the Mishnah Berurah says that immediately after washing, make the bracha. You don't have to wait until after the drying. And some people are machmir to wait until after the drying, but most poskim not hold that way. And therefore, like the Arukh HaShulchan says, the minhag is to say bracha before you dry your hands. And before you wash your hands, you should be stringent not to put your hand to your mouth, to your nose, or to your ears. And to and your eyes. Even somebody who washed his hands. You should not touch. It says, obviously, if you haven't washed your hands, but even if you have washed your hands, you should not touch your anus on a regular basis. Because it brings you to some sort of disease in the lower region of the body. If you had bloodletting, you shouldn't touch that place where you had bloodlet. Probably also the same idea, even if you wash, but certainly if you didn't wash. And this is and also any place where you have a wound, even if you wash, certainly if you didn't wash. Because feeling with your hands makes the wound worse. You also shouldn't touch a barrel of beer. The kosh can cut even afterwards. The kosh can cut him certainly before washing. The machnis ruach ruach it puts a bad spirit into the beer. Now touch any food or any drink cut in netila. But b'diavad, we don't answer it just because you touched it. Some very big nafkinim is manazeh. If one goes to a restaurant or such like where the people who are serving haven't washed until sedayim, they don't answer the food. The Mishnah Berurah writes though that if you touch the food before washing, you should wash up the food 3 times. And if you touch beer, the beer halacha says that some people even answer b'diavad. I'm not sure what specifically about beer there is, and it's not clear l'maisa what is the halacha. That's what the Mishnah Berurah says. The Arukh HaShulchan is clear that b'diavad it's okay. The brackets, Arukh HaShulchan writes, Yesh kasum n'tila yad yamin yomar hayad gdolah. Never saw this before. When you wash your right hand, you say the great large hand. Small yad chazaka. And left hand, you say the strong hand. And when you rub them together, yomar, you should say 3 times, gimel palmi 3 times, yad harama, the uplifted hand. Usharoch, it's point of yomar. When you wash your face, you say rosho kesem paz. His head is like a mark of refined gold. Paskin shir shir. Usharoch, it's enav. When you wash your eyes, yomar enav kaidim. His eyes are like doves. Also paskin shir shir. Yechayav, when you wash your cheeks, yomar l'chayav karugas habosem. His cheeks are like a patch of fragrances. Also paskin shir shir. Who's supposed to see sosa when you wash your lips, Yomar? You should say sosa shoshanim. His lips are like flowers. Goimer. Who peeve, and we can wash your mouth. Say may of eshes shame. His innards are like his stomach is like a stone of ivory. The gomer. Yesh bezeh skula nifla. And our Rosh says there's a wonderful school in this. Wonderful advantage in this. Because man was created in God's image, and evidently the Pesukim and Shir Shirim are metaphors for God's image. Vidok.